Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Division 2. We're in our final race this weekend in Brazil, where we have a reversed sprint first, then we have short quali, and then we have the 50% race. We crowned our D2 winner last weekend in Duke, currently on 109 points, clear by 66, so nobody's catching him. We do have a P2 fight on our hands with Cayenne and Kyle as Tuj can't join us this weekend. So Kyle is on 123 points and Kyle is on 120. Looks like we've got clear skies in Brazil. But if we do have any wet weather towards the end of the race, do let me know. We've also got a bit of a constructors battle as well between Haas and McLaren. Haas are 56 points clear, but both McLarens are racing tonight, where we've only got one Haas. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, it looks like somebody has readied up early. So we're going to get this D2 race under very quickly, and it's lights out and away we go. Alfie is in P1, and it looks like he gets a good start. Ellen Boy is catching. Will he make a move into turn one? Yes, he does. He dives late, but he gets that done before the corner. Alfie goes off. I see a wing catching his. We got also got a V carb of Nando Loris going off. I think that might be an and then we had a McLaren of Sparko who just went straight into the wall. Not sure what happened there. I think are we going to see a safety car? And we got the Mercedes of Banyul going off into the grass. Twiggy going wheel to wheel with Trav in the kick Sauber. It's all very tight here. We're going too wide between Harv and Kyle. Seeing if Trav can try and pick up a spot. He goes down the inside. Gapo is going to close there. I think he kind of backed out. Harv trying to make a move on the V car, which he does. He goes down the inside of Lando Norris, but Kyle's trying to go down the inside of him. Bit ambitious there. Never going to work. So Ellen Boy is our new leader of this race. Alfie in P2, Curtis up into P3. Duke somehow got himself up into P4, our current championship leader. Looks like we're all battling at the back. Jundy's up into P9. Kanye up into P9. Something's happened to Twiggy down into P12. Ellen Boy sets the fastest lap of this race. We'll see a move from Kyan on Banyul. Oh, he touches the grass there on the right hand side, which slowed him a little. He has gone wide. We see moves further out the back. Alfie's lost a couple of positions down the DRS straight. Duke and Curtis going wheel to wheel. Duke, looks like Harv was going to come. Sorry, Curtis was going to come back on in front of Harv. Action going on everywhere. Further down the grid as well. We've got Jundy overtaking Alfie. So Alfie's not had a good second lap of this race. Started in P2 or P3. He's now down into P9. I'm not making a position as he'd like. His current rival Kyle is up into P6 and he's just got himself up into P9. Alan Boy's 3 attempts clear now, but he does have Duke on his tail. Let's check the tyres while we've got a second. Also, we've got a mix of tyres. Top 2 on mediums, which I think is the wise choice. And then we got Curtis, Harv, and Trav all on the soft tyres. Trav got himself up to P7 now, so good. Sorry, P5. Good start from him. Oh, we've got the Mercedes and Curtis and Harv going side by side. I think we might see a few track limits at the end of this race. I don't know why it keeps showing as if a brake marker board at the end of that corner. It was happening yesterday. Oh, Kyle going down the inside of Trav. Trav keeping that P5 spot. I think Trav will start to struggle soon on them soft tyres. Kyle getting very close. I've seen him lock up a few times. Dundee up into P7 now. Cut back to the front. DRS will be enabled. So I think LMY will struggle to retain this lead down this back straight. As Duke is already all over him. We're going side by side into turn one. Duke takes the inside line, gets that move done. Oh, we got half going sideways a little bit. He's going to lose a few positions there on them soft tyres. The Mercedes of Jundy getting in the way. That's Cayenne also overtaking half, so he's gained a position. Twigging it loader setup. That explains why it's P12. Rookie error. At least he's got a chance to put a proper one for the quali. Only 2 positions off points at the minute, as Jundy is going around the outside and running on a Loris, which will quickly turn into the inside line. Good move there, but he's now going to be on the cusp of the Haas as the Haas touches the inside. Sorry, the rear wheel. So that's cost Nando Loris a few positions. He's currently down to P10. As JW Curtis is now overtaking Ellen Boy. Looks like he's struggling. Harv going down the inside. Not Harv, Trav, sorry. Looks like he catches. Oh, there was a reset to track there. I may have missed that. Regardless, it looks like Trav went a bit sideways. Nando Loris picks up 3 seconds. Alfie picks up 3 seconds. So does Banyul. We've got the Mercedes of Jundy going down the inside of Trav. Gets that move done before the corner. Jundy now up into P5. I think the soft tyres are now starting to struggle. There we go. Winners and losers. Duke, our championship leader. Showing why he's our championship leader. Up 9 positions. Curtis up 5. Ellen Boy down 1. Kyle up 4. So he's running a good race for his P2 battle. Jundy up 8. Trav up 5. Harv up 5. Kyan up 1. And then we've got Alfie, Nando Loris, Twiggy and Banyul all losing positions, as Banyul must have had a moment somewhere on the lines, I think. As Duke is now 2.5 seconds in front. Boys also fell off. He's under the pressure from Kyle, who's going around the outside, which will be the inside for turn 2. But he won't have DRS down the second straight. So let's see if he can hold this P3. Sure, Boy will be looking to fight back. Side by side, he gets the move done before the corner. Boy will stay in P3. As Jundy gets 3 seconds. Trav down to P8 now. He's under pressure from Cayenne. Looking to go around the outside. Made it stick. Still got some life in them tyres. Twiggy gets him. Oh, Twiggy did get a move done on Nando Loris. Sorry, I'm Banyul. As the Mercedes and the B car battling out for the final points position. What battles are we on track? We got Harv very close for this last podium spot. I think Ellen Boy is going to be too far back to make a move on Kyle. Kyle must have got that overtake done somewhere along the tricky second sector. Ellen Boy losing pace into turn 1. He's got Jundy all over the back of him. Is Jundy going to go down the inside? What is that camera? Why is it so jittery? He does go on the inside, but he goes off the track. Looks like Harv also is going to take Ellen Boy. Ellen Boy down to P6. Not a good halfway through on the sprint for him. Difficult to overtake on this tricky sector. Can you go on board for Duke with a lot? I want to see how he drives. Yeah, sure. We'll ride on board with Duke for a full lap. So coming down the back straight, it's all about how low wings you can go to gain as much top speed. Should enter turn 1 around 4th gear. Maximum the track, careful not to touch the grass. He drops down into 3rd, up just into 4th for turn 2. And into turn 3, can use 4th or 5th. Careful not to invalidate on the right hand side. As As we come, you can just lift, drop a gear down to 6th, and down into 3rd as I've got migrating host. Amazing. I hope this is just me. Oh, something pops up there. Yeah, I've disconnected. Twiggy has kindly sent me another invite. Yeah, I've no idea why that happened. Which corner you on about, Merrick? 6 here. That's right, under. Yeah, it was 6 in quali. Yeah, same. I was dropping 5th to 5th of the race. Hopefully we can get back in here ASAP. First time I have disconnected as we joined to Alfie DNFing. So as that caused a safety car, cause Twiggy's in the pits. Track map. Now there are no safety car on track. So I wonder if Twiggy's just boxing for a new set as they'll take the last point of this race. Duke now 6 seconds out in front. Kyle looking to go down the inside of Curtis, which he does, gets that move done up into P2. We've also got close on track, we've got LM Boy close to half. Stream's slightly laggy. Right, I'm hoping it should be less lagging out. Apologies for that. Somebody sent me an invite. I love having stream issues. Right, should be joining either on the penultimate lap or the last lap of the race. Apologies for this, but it should be alright from now. Yeah, stream is buffering a lot. Yeah, it should be alright now. I hope. But if it's not, please let me know. It all started when you're watching Dukes. Yeah, the hack's rubbed off. So Kyle is in P2. Jundy's got himself up into P3. Now it's Jundy going down the inside. Looks like he's going to get that move done as we start our final lap of the race. Jundy now up into P2. Do have some penalties on track. So look at the penalties. Right, hoping the stream should be fixed now. Hoping so. Just waiting for an invite back to get back into quali. I think they'll just be currently in a demolition derby. Before we restart the lobby, hopefully no one's left. If you are watching and you've not subscribed, please do already. Would appreciate that. I'm just going to rewind it quickly to see the results of the sprint. So Duke was the winner. Curtis finished P2. Jundy finished P3. Kyle must have had some sort of moment along there because he was up there for P2, but he dropped down to P4. Harv was P5. Ellen Boy was P6. Kyan P7. Trav was P8. Baniel P9. And Twiggy rounded off the last point. Alfie DNF'd, Nandalora DNF'd, and Sparko DNF'd lap 1. So looking at a championship battle, that gives Kyle a little boost as we get an invite back off Twiggy. Yeah. Cheers, Alfie. It's you sending the in. If it's you sending the invite, it's just coming up as numbers for some reason. As I think we've got everyone back in, all 13 drivers. So we should be back underway soon. Yeah, it's just starting to ready up now. So now we have the short. Now we have the reverse grid sprint. We'll have short quali, and then we'll have our usual 50% race to round off the season. So what is the gap currently? So Kyan was leading by 3 points. Right, where is the point system? Sprint. Kyle would have took on P7. I think, sorry, P4, which got him 7 points. So, was Kyan P7? Have a quick rewind. Yeah, Kyan was P7, so he'll take on 4 points. So let's have a look at the standings. So Kyan while Kyan and Kyle are both on 126 points as it stands. So yes, you're both on identical points. Right, so we can get back to quali. As looks like we've got a Ferrari that will be first across the line. Quality times set up. Interesting in tyre. Remember, it should be on the softs. Right. So it's going to be LM Boy that will cross the line first, so we'll ride on board with him. Kyle is capable, but volatile. Yeah. I found that out yesterday. As LM Boy invalidates this lap, but should be good to go for the next lap. We'll ride on board as he heads into turn one. Down into third gear. Oh, close not to invalidate there. That must have been very close. Heading down the second DRS straight. Still got a lot of ERS. Not much chance to use it here in Brazil. Down to the sweeping left-hander. Careful not to invalidate on the right-hand side. Coming into the fast right-hander. Slight lift, drop a gear. Looks looking like a tidy lap from LM Boy so far. Keeping a nice tight line through the hairpin. Tricky corner coming up, harsh braking zone, down into second gear. Pulls wide to get the best run into the final corner. Pick your braking point, slight touch the left curb with your left tyre. And now it's just DRS and ERS on max. Take the shortest route to the line to the left hand side. And he sets us off with a 107.832. Next across the line will be a Red Bull. That won't be the B carb of Alfie, who will go 1.8 seconds adrift, and Trev will go P2 with half a second, but it was just behind Alfie. Kyle will next be across the line. Sorry, that was Twiggy, and then it'll be Kyle. Kyle is 7 tenths off. Then it'll be the Haas of Harv and the Mercedes of Banyol. Is that? Oh no, just starting a lap. Sorry, Gundy. Then we've got Duke coming to the line. He goes P3, 3 tenths adrift. Then we've got the Mercedes of Sparko. Making sure to use all that ARS and DRS. Working Sparko, put his McLaren. He goes P6, 7 tenths off the pace at the minute. Then we've got Cayenne, who goes P4. Then we have, that'll be LM Boy coming back into the pits. We've got on a lap here. I think Jundy will be next across the line. So we'll see where Jundy can put his Mercedes. We're around the final corner, 40% of ERS to use. Will he choose the short route? No, he goes towards the middle of the track. Goes P5, 4 tenths adrift. So he's in the 108 as it stands. Nando Loris will be next. No, it won't. I think it'll be Alfie, but he did invalidate. It's going to be JW Curtis. Said he's not got much practice this week, but he knows to take the short route. Goes P9, just behind his teammate. So next we will have Nando Loris across the line, who's our only driver. Oh, yeah, well. Much from Nando is just starting a lap. Still got a lot of ERS. We're about to find out. I think he's on a lap. I already actually have loads of ERS left. He goes P10, 1.2 seconds off the pace. Manuel's on his out lap. Alfie's on a lap. got on a lap. Jundy. That's Spaniel, sorry, he's about to start his lap. Alfie's just under a tenth up on his time. So it might be enough for P11. We're about to find out. As he bails out, so he might not have been improving towards the end there. Have we got anyone on a lap currently? We've got Baniel on a lap as we head into the tricky sector 2. Very tight sections. I remember Baniel getting binned by Jundy last season. I think one of them oversteered into the other, something along them lines, and got yeeted off the track, if I remember rightly. Hopefully that V-carb comes off the racing line, which they do. It's going to be difficult in Brazil. It's obviously we've got a lot of grass everywhere, so it's not like I'm going to a runoff area. Daniel heading down the back straight. DRS activated. Where can he put his Mercedes? P11, so 1.5 seconds off the pace. So it looks like LM Boy's time of 107.832 is the time to beat at the minute. Kyle just off the pace. As he invalidates this lap. So I think he'll be diving into the pits. Very close between the top 6, 7 at the minute. Only half seconds separate. But I think a lot of people have some time still to make. As we should be getting around 3 runs as the Alpine of Twiggy pulls off the racing line, but Duke was only on his outlap anyway. Have we got anyone on a lap? Daniel's coming back into the pits. Let's have Harv's on a lap. And he's coming down the back straight, and he is impeded by Trav. Oh, he's managed to get out of the way there, but I'm presuming Trav thought he was just starting just on his outlap, but Trav's just come out the pit, so he should know as he pulls off into the grass, presumably for the Haas, so he's quickly going to learn that lesson. So have obviously had to bail out on that lap. Kyle starts his lap. Kyle could do a pole for an extra point here, just to gain a little advantage. As LM Boy improves on his time by just over 2 tenths, he's first into the. Sorry, no, not first into the 107s. He sets a 107.6. Who else we got crossing the line? I think we got Duke next. So Duke will be not happy with that. Ingaz, oh dear. Yeah, I think you saw that. Takes a short route to the line. Where can Duke go? P3 is all he's got at the minute, so he's not showing his quali pace at the time being. Who we got coming around the final corner? So hard with the blue colours. Snando Loris, who is starting a lap. Kayam will be finishing his lap now. He is 4 tenths up on his time, so might be good for P2. It's good enough for P1. He sets a 107.568, so it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the minute. Good evening, King Gaz. So Kyle, our new pole sitter as it stands. Funny guy. Gundy dives into the pits. JW Curtis starting a lap. Used a lot of his ERS already. Trav is on a lap. He is up by 2 tenths, so might be good enough for P6 at the minute, but he's going to need a bit more to challenge P5. Let's go, Kayam. Crosses the line. Where can he go? Takes P6, 4 tenths off the pace at the minute, but he improves by 3 tenths. We've got a couple of cars crossing the line now. Should have to start at a lap. Loris is finishing. He's 2 tenths up. Overtakes JW Curtis, goes into P9. Speaking of JW Curtis, as he comes into the final sector, on a lap. See if he can improve. Currently on P10, he is half a second up as it stands, so that's a big improvement. Could jump up to around P8. Don't think he's going to have enough time to challenge P7 Majundi at the minute. But he crosses the line with a 108.3, improves by half a second. So yeah, it does go P8. Needs another 10th in his time to try and get P7. It's that Kyle coming round towards the final corner. He is 3 tenths up on his time. It's enough for pole at the minute. Where can Kyle put his Williams? DRS open. Is he going to take the short route? Slightly. Might cost him ever so much. Oh, he doesn't improve. He mustn't have had the best final corner. He improves on his time, but not on his position. 4/100 to wait at the minute. LM Boy just over 3/100s and 5/1000s between P2 and P3. Very close there at the top. We've got both McLarens. JW Curtis is not on a lap. Sparko is about to start a lap. So Alfie. It's Twiggy. Twiggy's starting a lap. Kyle is on a lap. Oh, no, he's just finished his lap, sorry. 2 seconds up. The Mercedes of Banyals on an out lap. So yeah, we've not really got anyone at the minute apart from Sparko about to start a lap. His teammate trying to keep out of the way. Not sure what happened there with Sparko. It looked like he had a moment towards that final corner. As we head into turn 1. And to third gear. Careful not to invalidate for turn 2. I think this is where we're going to see a lot of overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and into turn 3. I think we're seeing a lot of people overtake into turn 1 and lose that position into turn 3 down the second DRS straight, as there are 2 detection zones. Spaniel just about to start his lap, so next across the line will be Sparko. It is a tricky set to 2 and it is hard to overtake. Sometimes you can get stuck behind people. You got to try not to make any irrational moves. Coming into the final corner, you've got to touch the curb with the left tyre, but not enough that it unsettles the car. Use as much as the right hand curb as you can. Take the short route to the line, use the yellow strip towards the pit entry as he dives into the pit soon. Must have been improving. So Sparko will stay P9. We have Twiggy in a lap coming around the back straight. Where can Twiggy put his Alpine? He improves up to P11. So improves by half a second there. Good effort from Twiggy. Banyol must have bailed out on his lap because he was slightly up. But it looks like he's trying to recover a bit of ERS. Which is difficult to do in Brazil. More than I thought, especially during that second sector. I invalidated on a lap last night. I think I had to start a lap on 60% ERS, something like that. On track, Alfie, Twiggy, and Banyol. Alfie's on an out lap, so just over 3.5 minutes left of this session. So we should see people start to come out within the next couple of minutes for the final run. Cayenne currently provisional pole 107.569, but is very close at the top. Half a second separates the top 6. Trav on his debut. P6 in quali, not bad so far. As Daniel didn't start a lap, so well he did, but he's conserving his ERS and warming his tyres. So Alfie will be next to start a lap as we start to see cars coming out of the pit lane. So hopefully Alfie won't enter as much traffic. It will see some into turn 3. He comes now, DRS wide open, cars should keep to the left. Got Hassan and a Ferrari. Haas is clear. So this, unless Alfie has fueled enough for 5 laps, this could be Alfie's last lap of qualifying. Did nick the grass there. Into the tricky hairpin. Alfie scored his first points last week in Singapore. He'll be looking to try and get points again this week, 13 driving. Didn't get any points in the sprint as he retired. Haas pulls off nicely. Oh, coming around the final corner, looked like he had a snap of oversteer. As he drops the car into neutral, tries to stay out the way. So will that be his qualifying over? What have we got? 150 left. Is he diving into the pits? No, so he's put none on, so he's trying to recover a bit of ERS. As we have both Ferrari drivers coming around the final corner, about to start their last laps of this session. Kyan got his provisional pole to protect. Ellen Boy looking to try and get a little bit of a slipstream there. Oh, as Kyan's invalidated. So, how long have we got left of this session? Once the yellow flag disappears. It's not, I'm not going to know, am I? 1 minute 16. So, Kyan will have enough time to get around, but depends if he's got enough fuel. He needs to turn his ERS on none, which he has just done. So, who's going to be first to cross the line? It's going to be Ellen Boy, innit? So Ellen Boy currently P2, 3/100 off pole position at the minute. So it's these 5 margins. See where Ellen Boy can go. Comes around the final corner. The ERS open. This is going to be his last attempt. He doesn't go in the pit, so it's promising. He is slower by just under a tenth. Next across the line is Nando Loris, but I think he's starting a time. Kyan is now starting his lap. So Nando Loris improved, but only by half a tenth. That didn't gain him any positions. Twiggy coming around the final corner. Is he coming into the pitch? Yes, he is. So that's Twiggy's qualifying over. We've got both Mercedes and Bagno just starting a lap. Jundi, he's finishing a lap, and he's going to take a nice slipstream off his teammate, which could gain him a few tenths. He improves by just under 2 tenths. That puts him P7. Next, we've got both McLaren drivers. Sparko first. He's got a lot of ERS, but he is on none. So I don't think he's going to improve. JW Curtis dives into the pits, so he won't improve. Next, we have Kyan is going to cross the line. Saw a hash drive again. Oh no, that was Ellen Boy. So Duke must have bailed out on his laps. That is his qualifying over. Harv is on 100% ERS, so he's not going to improve. Kyle pits, Ellen Boy pits. So I think, is Kyan improving? Kyan dives into the pits. I think that is our quali over. Nobody really improved there on that final stint. Alfie invalidates. There we are. That is our qualifying order. Kyan takes pole here in Brazil with a 107.569. There are your lap times. Very close there at the top. Ellen Boy gets P2, Kyle P3. Harv up in P4, Duke P5. Our championship leader, Trav on his debut P6. Good qualifying from him. Jundi P7. Seemed to have very good race pace in the sprint, so might more of a race setup there. JW Curtis P8, Sparko P9. So both McLaren drivers low down for that Constructors Championship fight. Duke is washed already, I know. I think he gets the feeling he might be promoted to D1, so he's trying to just sandbag on his final race. There is your qualifying order. And we have half a second separating the top 7. As we'll get the race underway shortly. Hopefully nobody readies up early like they did in the sprint. So Cayenne will be leading his P2 battle of Kyle by 1 point. So it'll all come down to the race. Hopefully incidents don't play the part. Hopefully nobody's ready up. It does look glorious sunshine in Brazil, so I don't think we've got any rain. Is our final race of the season, where we'll have a 1 week break, and then we'll be back the following week for a pre-season race. Not sure where yet, but it'll be a pre-season race, and then we will be back the following week for season 4. Feel free to put your predictions down in the chat below. Who you think's going to win this race? Kyan looked very promising in quali, but will he have the race pace? Didn't have the best sprint, but looked like he was involved in a few incidents. Will Duke be able to drive back from P4, was it? I think it was P4. Jundy will bin it. Yep, that's inevitable. Or bin someone else. Both feasible. Ellen Boy said he's going to finish both races tonight, so that'll be interesting to see. He's already done the sprint. So we'll see if we can get some points in his final race. I think we're readying up at 18 minutes past, so that's in 15 seconds. Ellen Boy retires, but we can't complete W2W bingo without Nagram incident. I know, yeah. Nagram, if you are watching, don't get as many penalty points next season. So we should be getting this race underway very soon. As I say that, and we have the red lights, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the final race. Johnny Sunday gets a drive through for a jump start, so not a good start from him. Duke already making up positions in that Ferrari. Kyle stays in P3. Duke and Harv lost, so Harv down to P5. And Loris making a move on Jundy, so even with the jump start, Jundy has lost positions. Everybody looks to get away cleanly. Turn 1 to 3. Not seeing many overtakes. And Loris up into P8. Cut back towards the back of the grid. Trav has left the session, so we'll try and get Trav back in here, but I'm not sure he accepted my friend request. Jundy overtakes the ghost car. Where are you? Where are you? I don't think he's accepted it. No, he's not. Trav, if you are watching, please accept the friend request, and then we can get you back into the race as LM Boy takes the lead of this race down the back straight. Both Ferrari drivers battling it out. Will Kyle make a move down the inside? No, it looks like Kayan's coming back. He's going to go down the inside of his teammate. Both Ferrari drivers running well. We're all still bunched up. Jundy back up into P8 now. See when he'll serve that drive through. See if he's accepting my friend request now. What is your AI EAID different? Play details. Yep. Incident A. Okay, he's back. Lovely. Alan Boyd, the leader of this race. Still all very bunched back down to Twiggy. So try that disconnect has cost trapped a few positions. I'm not sure what's going on with that camera angle down there. As we'll move back up towards the grid. Duke up to P4. Let's have a look at our winners and losers. So LM Boy up 1, Duke up 1, Curtis up 2, Nando Loris up 3. So good start from him. Baniel up 2 positions. And there are your tyres. So we've got a mix of mediums, hards, and softs. Only Nando Loris and Baniel on the soft tyres. Have Jundy, Sunday, and Trav all on the hard tyres. Everybody else on the mediums. Jundy does have that drive through, which we should see him serve very soon. Is he serving it now? Yes, he is. So we'll serve that now and hope for a safety car further down the race as Kyan takes back the lead of this race. Kyle giving Ellen Boy a little bit of a bump draft. Doesn't look like he's got any wing damage. Slight tap. Will we see him move down into turn 3? No, won't. He's going to be too far back. Everybody staying in the single file. So we've come to the tight, swooping right-hander. Very difficult to make a move down there, but we did see a few moves into here, diving down the inside. But the door does close very quickly. Saw a few moves here as well, especially from Waz yesterday. I think whoever is P1 is going to struggle to keep hold of that position coming down the back straight. Oh wow, I am lagging. As Kyle takes the lead of this race. Slight little bit of a lag there. So Ellen Boy down, sorry, Karen down, now down to P3. Twiggy gets an overtake on Duke. Something's happened to Duke. I missed that. Duke now down into P10. Alfie gets 3 seconds for track limits. So we'll cut back to the front of the grid as Ellen Boy now overtakes Kyle on the dangerous right-hander. That was very close. That was very close to coming together. Great move from Ellen Boy, but that could have been a lot different. So everybody within DRS as Duke now takes back P9, but he is 3.3 seconds from Baniel. So we'll be looking to close that gap. Everybody in the top 5 still within DRS, just Nando Loris over a second out. Jundy is 4 seconds off Alfie, so yeah, we're looking to get his foot down to get back in the action. All very bunched up here at the top. LM Boy pulls off. Kyle takes P1. Kyan will have to sit behind. Kyle looks like he has a moment and then he does reset to track. So I'm sure we'll see that in the incidents after. He is down into P5, but that will get him 10 seconds. Sparko, are we looking to make a move, will it? No, it won't. Kyle doesn't have DRS. So Kyan is now in the driving seat to take on P2 in this championship. Harvard somehow got up into P2 into this race. LM Boy down to P3. Yep, there goes P2. Yeah, I think regardless what happens now, I think Kyan won't finish 10 seconds below than Kyle. So Ellen Boy will be looking for P2, maybe P1 down this back straight. As we just have a 4-car DRS train now. Kyle isn't in DRS coming down this back straight, but Sparko is, so he may be vulnerable behind. Yeah, just jinx. don't say ODNF. I don't. No. Don't want to hear it. As we come towards turn 3, will Boy make a move? No, he's too far back. We all look grouped together. Jundi and Alfie making moves on Nandaloris. Oh, Nandaloris is in the pits. What tyres has he gone for? So he's off them soft tyres and onto the hards. So I think you'll see him finish the race on them hard tyres. Glitch car of Jundi. I think it's just this camera angle coming through this sector. Trav managing to drive back up into P9 after that disconnect. He's all over the back of Duke at the minute. So I'm not sure what's happened to Duke's pace. Oh, as we see, I thought that was Jundi. It's Banyul facing the wrong way. I think them soft tyres are now starting to die as we're 7 laps into this race. So that's our free position for Twiggy up into P9. We're going to see him move down into turn 1. No, all still single file. Kyle has really fell off the pace now. It's 2.3 seconds adrift. I think his tyres are starting to overheat. Sparko just out of DRS zone, so he looks like he's safe for the time being. Trav and Duke battling it out. We might see a move down the inside into turn 3. Down the inside he goes, but he backs out just at the last minute. Trav on them hard tyres, Duke on the mediums, so Trav will start to see the benefit of them tyres around now. I think apart from them two and the top 4 on track, we've got a bit of a few gaps forming. After the first 5 laps, we were all grouped together. Kayanar's race leader as it stands. Oh, he does go wide into the final corner. That'll compromise him. Harb will get a better run there. Ellen Boy looking a bit far back. Might be vulnerable to JW Curtis, as he's already got him all over the back of him. As JW Curtis chooses the outside line. Is Harb making a move? He thought about it. JW Curtis shows the outside, going for the switchback. It's a great move. He's going to have the inside for the next line. Who's going to get the DRS? I think they both will. So it's going to be a straight line. JW Curtis comes out on top. Great racing there into turn 1 and 2. As Harv takes the lead of this race into turn 3 with that DRS. Sparko gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not something you see often. Well, not since before he had a couple of weeks off. Duke and Trav still battling it out. I think Trav is struggling to overtake Duke, as the tyre advantage is starting to play towards the Sauber. We've got both Mercedes battling out of the back. Banyol in P10 after that spin. Jundi on the hard tyres. He's going to have so much more grip. He's going down the inside. I think Banyol just pulled out of the way, knowing that it was holding Jundi up. Put back to the front of this race. It'll be halves turn this time. We've got a yellow flag. Is that Banyol again? Yes, it is. Banyol having a moment. We've got another yellow flag. Is that Twiggy this time? Twiggy coming off at the final corner. I don't think he's got damage. No, might have been oversteer, taking a bit too much curb. Put back to the front. Kyan is back leading this race now. Ellen Boy got back in front of JW Curtis. Very close here. Kyle still 2 seconds adrift, so I think without that DRS he's struggling to catch up. Sparko's now fell off the back of Kyle, but he's in a bit of no man's land. So Travis got that overtake on Duke in the meantime. So Trav showing good pace here on his debut. Nando Loris overtakes. Oh, Alfie seemed to struggle on the fast right-hander. Careful joining the track as Twiggy comes past into P12. Oh, as Twiggy has a moment himself. It's like an episode of You've Been Framed. Who can have the better spin? As Alfie takes P12. We'll go back to the front of the grid as we come towards the second DRS zone. I'm going to keep that P2. All drivers staying in unison. We should be seeing the medium runners in the pits around lap 14. As Nandelosh gets back past Banyul. Banyul still on them soft tyres, so he's making them last. Twiggy going down the inside. He's going to have to go around the outside for the second corner. Alfie gets 3 seconds for his troubles. Twiggy will get DRS down the second back straight. Chooses the inside line. He's going to be last on the brakes. It's going to be Alfie, but he runs a little wide. That's going to be another one, and he's going to get there. So Alfie needs to be careful. He's already on 6 seconds, as we're not even halfway through this race yet. Laps going by thick and fast as we're back towards the start, as Harv takes the lead of this race. Is LM Boy thinking about it? LM Boy down the inside. It's a lunge, but he makes it move. Kyan going for the switchback, but he's going to have to wait. Harv won't be getting DRS this time. I think Kyan just wants to get away scotch-free. I don't think he wants to be involved in anything. As his P2 rival Kyle is down in P5 and losing a couple of attempts a lap. He's 2.7 seconds off the pace now towards the car in front. Twiggy getting that overtake back on Banyul into turn 1, but sorry, off Alfie, but Alfie's coming back. Alfie's last on the brakes. And who's this? It's Duke. So Duke has pitted for a new set of hard tyres, so he will be flying as we see him pass Twiggy straight away. And I think he'll be looking to pass Alfie as well. He's going to have to go around the outside, which he does very nicely, coming around the final corner. He won't have DRS, but I think he's got the pace to stay in front. So Duke up into P11 now. Harv keeping out in front. Yeah, I think we're just going to see the lead change a couple of times between the top 4 drivers. We still have all 13 cars running, so it's been quite a clean race, to be fair. That one was very clean. That LM Boy looking down the inside of Harv, he thought about it, did think about it. Jundy gets in 3 seconds, currently up into P8 after serving his drive-through, so he's not doing too bad. He is 9 seconds off the next car in front though, which is Trav, also on them hard tyres. He's stuck in a bit of no man's land since Duke pitted. As LM Boy takes the lead of this race. Oh, Harv looking to come back. He's going to have to go around the outside. Ducks back towards the inside. As we come around the final corner, I think he'll just stay behind and take the DRS and get the better exit. So LM Boy is P1, but I don't think it will be for very long. Harv going around the outside. He gets that move done already as LM Boy dives into the pits. Kyan and Curtis stay out. So is LM Boy going for the undercut here? We'll see what he goes on to. See what he chucks on. He chucks on a hard tyre, so we'll see them towards the end of the race. Kyan look towards the inside. Harv stays out in front. Harv does go a little bit wide there though. Some great battling on track. LM Boy is going to come out just behind Jundy Sunday, which if you're going to see a battle on track, it won't be this one. LM Boy will be on the much faster tyres on the same compound, but a lot fresher. So we'll keep an eye on that battle, as he is already within DRS range, and I think he'll be looking to overtake him down that back straight. Duke 2 seconds away from Banyul now, after an early pit stop from him. Twiggy in no man's land after Alfie has also pitted, down in P13, so he's going for the undercut on Twiggy. Harv stays out in front. Sparko overtakes Kyle as Kyle dives into the pits. That promotes Trav up into P5 on them hard tyres. Running a good race. Here we go, LM Boy and Jundy. Easy overtake for LM Boy. Gets the move done before turn 1. Don't think Jundy was going to fight that. Will they think about fighting it into turn 3? I think he's going to be a bit too far back. I think them new tyre compound are just... The new tyres are going to give him much more grip. Just going to use this DRS now, Jundy, to try and catch up towards the pack. Are we going to see any of the front runners pit? Banyul is in the pits after taking them soft tyres, 15 laps. He's done very well there. Twiggy looks like he's sliding about on the mediums. Are they mediums? Or are they new? Yeah, still mediums. What's Banyul put on? Banyul has chucked on a new set of hards. So top 5 still yet to pit. JW Curtis overtakes Cayenne, who comes into the pits. So Cayenne pitting now to make sure the undercut from LM Boy isn't too much. Sparko also down into the pits. This promotes Trav up to P3. We'll keep an eye on Cayenne and LM Boy, see where he's going to come out. He's going to come out to tricky pits, skip a couple of corners. But you do miss the DRS from the straight. We've got a yellow flag of Twiggy. Where is Cayenne going to come out? It's going to come out behind LM Boy, but in front of Jundy. That was important that he came out in front of Jundy just to not slow him down. So he's 6 tenths behind on a couple lap fresher tyres. As I think we might see Harv and Curtis into the pits. Curtis has just fell out of DRS of Harv. So I think this will be his chance to pit now. So they'll be starting to lose time. Twiggy into the pits for what I imagine will be a new set of hard tyres. Yes, they are. So JW Curtis has come in. Harv has stayed out. I forgot Harv is on them hard tyres. I did forget Harv's on the hard tyres, so he's been putting up a good race so far, considering he's on the hards. Curtis chucks on the hard tyres. Trav will stay in to move up into P2. Safety car would be huge for Trav now, as Kyle sets the fastest lap of this race. Where does Curtis come out in terms of the 2 Ferraris? The undercut has been quite... Is it just out of DRS? He comes out in front of Jundy, which again, same as Karen, is important, but he's 1.5 seconds out of DRS now. So leaving it that couple of laps later has cost him a few tenths. So it might be a battle for the top 3 now. So Harv might be the same. When he rejoins, he might be out of DRS, but he will be on the faster tyre. Not sure when we'll see the hard tyre runners start to come in. As yesterday, I think everybody in D1 ran mediums from the start of the race. Won't see Harv into the pits this lap. Are we going to see Trav? No, we're not. LM Boy and Cayenne. And we're going to see him move into turn 1. Cayenne carrying a lot more speed. And he's already ahead into turn 1. LM Boy didn't put up a fight there. Kyle and Jundy battling it out as Kyle gets past him up into P6. Got Nando Loris and Sparko battling it out. Let's check the tyres on these two. So Nando Loris on 11 lap old hard tyres, so he pitted early. Sparko goes past there on his 2 lap old hard tyres. So only 3 drivers yet to make a stop. It's Harv, Trav and Jundy. Everybody else has made at least 1 pit stop. As Twiggy struggling for pace now, it looks like he's going to get lapped by the 2 Ferraris at some point. And I don't know if he's out in front, yeah. So not the best race from Twiggy, but he has been off a week. So I'm not sure how much practice he's had. As he dives into the pits, so nobody will have to worry about that. and he retires from this race. I don't think Twiggy just had the pace this weekend. I think he was struggling. I know he didn't put a setup on in the sprint. I wonder if it was the same in the race. But Twiggy is our first DNF of the session. And we're going to see Harv or Trav into the pits soon. So the two Ferraris looks like they've already captained Trav, who is still yet to pit. Not sure how long a pit stop takes around here. Twiggy's car does come back onto the track, but I don't think it's going to cause any issues. So the only groups of drivers we've got within DRS at the minute is both Ferrari drivers and JW Curtis and Kyle. So both these drivers have pitted. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh, that's just Twiggy's car. Yeah, so Curtis is 2 laps younger. So he's only on 2 laps, whereas Kyle's on 4 laps. Kyle needs to make sure he keeps this clean as he moves up into P5. 3 seconds adrift now from the 2 Ferraris in front. So he's going to have to get his head down. Alfie up into the points. Things you love to see. He needs to make sure he brings it home now.
Oh.
Hello. Hi, Twiggy. You alright?
Yeah, you know when it's just not working.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I saw Tuj said you didn't put a setup on in the sprint.
Yeah, I didn't put a setup on the sprint, and don't know why I set up just was not working in the race, so I
Called
was
it a
just getting
day.
lapped, and it was already when it's lap
Yeah.
17, I was already getting lapped. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna call it.
Fair enough, yeah. I'd seen the 2 Ferraris and I thought you were pitting for a different set of tyres, but yeah, DNF made sense.
Yeah, no, the car's back end was just going all the time, so
Yeah, it did look very slidey. Hey, how was the race? It looked very
it,
clean. Oh, it looks very clean.
it
What
was.
was
I'm surprised. We were all saying we were expecting a safety car, didn't get one. Something happened to Duke.
Yes, I didn't see that though. I don't know what it was.
No, I only came across his car at turn one on the inside, so I knew something had happened. And apart from that, it's been pretty clean. Even when I was with Alfie, then I thought I'd have a bit of a battle with him, see how it goes, and it was clean.
Yeah, we rode on board with that. That was quite good. At one point, it was Alfie had a moment, and then you went past, and then you had a moment, and Alfie went past.
Yeah, but we were both. I could see when we were behind each other. Like I was behind him, he was getting the moments in the same spots I would, but I was
Okay.
obviously backing off because he was right ahead of me. So
Yeah, yeah. I see a couple of battles into turn one. Yeah, it was good to watch. As Harv dives into the pits.
yeah, two Ferraris close together.
Yeah, both Ferraris battling out. Looks like Cayenne is going to take the P2 in the championship. Don't want to curse him, but he's run a great race so far.
Oh,
Trav also
get a
into the
move on the
pits.
straight as Dexify takes Curtis.
I think we might see a move back from Curtis into the turn 3 or 4.
Is it four? Yeah, it's four at the bottom.
I
Isn't
think
it?
I can't remember. Curtis going around the outside.
Oh, he's right. Oh, he's got it
Yeah, it's
before
in
the
front.
turn.
It's a very dighty turn there, especially the next corner as well. You know, the fast right-hander.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you're ahead with, by the time you come out of the.
Yeah, Kyle and LM Boy went through that fast right-hander before, and it was so close. I thought they were going to take each other out, but LM Boy was just in front. So Harvard's pitted on the fresh mediums and he comes out into P5. Travers pitted on the fresh mediums and he comes out into P8.
Oh, did you manage to add him back in?
It wasn't me. I don't know who it was, but I did add him before the race, but he didn't accept it. But do you know it sometimes shows their actual name on the right hand side when you're in the lobby?
Yeah.
They don't show that in a race, so I didn't know who was who. It's
Yeah,
Kyle
his
going down the
name's very
inside of
different.
Curtis. It's a late
Oh,
one. Curtis will have the
oh, that was
inside.
good defend.
I think he
Oh, a
might
bit of
struggle to
patience, and he'll have the
defend.
DRS.
Kyle just got the DRS then, but he is in front already. Yeah, so Curtis is going to struggle to keep up with them. Harv's going to get stuck behind these two, so that might hinder his race a little bit, as he'll be looking to catch up to the two Ferraris. Sparko gets in front of Duke. Sparko on
Duke's
them
making a
much
nice
fresher.
drive back,
Yeah, he pitted early on
considering he
them
was at
hard
the back.
tyres.
I'm not sure if he had damage or not. Couldn't tell when I went past.
No, I didn't even see him pit, to be honest. I just seen that he went from the mediums to the hard tyres. What happened with Jundy at the start with the drive through?
It was a long hold on the lines. I think he got an itchy clutch. Cool, heart cool. Freeway battle here. Was the contact then? Oh, I'm not sure if it's
I missed it. I've just
animation.
cut to it. Oh, we're side by side between Harv and Kyle. Curtis stays in front. Harv manages to get past Kyle. He's on the better tyre. He's going to have so much more grip on the medium.
Yeah, he's got to get a run, but Curtis is a bit of a sitting duck here.
Yeah, I think Curtis needs to try and protect from Kyle as well, which he does very nicely. Harv up into P3, so he's 5.3 seconds away from the two Ferraris in front. Duke manages to get past Sparko in the
Ooh.
second DRS.
Kyle just needs a bit of patience through this section now.
Will we see a Ferrari 1-2, or will Harv manage to catch him with 12 laps remaining of this race?
12 laps, 4 second gap. If you
Three,
keep the pace, it's doable.
yeah, what's
If
that? Three
somebody's
tenths a
off,
lap.
I think that is. Yes, Alfie is at a spin again.
He's in the points. Might be 57 seconds away from P11, but he's in the points. Back-to-back points for Alfie could be on the cards. As we'll cut to Sparko and Duke. Actually, we'll cut to the fight for P3 at the minute. Harv has managed to get out of DRS, so it's only between Kyle and Curtis. Curtis does have a time penalty at the minute. Kyle is pushing him very wide off track and then comes back over. Naughty there from Kyle.
Missed that. I'm just keeping an eye on Sparkle and Duke. This could be a good little battle.
Oh, Duke goes
Oh,
off. Don't often see time penalties from Duke, but not sure how many warnings he's on. Trav slowly catching. I think when he pitted for the medium tyres, he was about 6-7 seconds off the pace, but he's 4.7 now as Curtis re-overtakes Kyle. What is what is Curtis's time penalty? 3 seconds.
I don't really get track warnings on this track. If I do, it's turn 1 and 2.
I got one yesterday. It was well annoying, but it's I mainly get them. Yeah, turn 1 and turn 4, the fast left-hander.
Yeah, just running a little bit too wide.
Yeah,
Oh, wrong button.
Curtis and
Sparkle and
Kyle.
Duke.
Kyle takes P4.
Oh, Ellen Boy swap with
Kyle.
Cayenne.
So battling for the lead of the race. They're pulling each other on nicely, but what will we see towards the end of the race? We've got a yellow flag of Alfie, who is trying to
Yeah.
get back going, but not getting in the way. Lets his teammate of Fernando Loris pass very nicely.
Did something happen to Nando Lawrence? He pitted very early as well.
Yeah, same again. I missed that one. I didn't see some people pit that early. There was
You
a
know,
sorry one.
he did start on softs. I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I think he did with Banyul. Half catching up. Yeah, he's 2 seconds away now. I think by the
It's
time
Duke.
Half catches the two Ferrari boys, I think they're going to struggle to defend.
Uh, yeah, because their tyres are a lot older
Yep.
than what Haas are. So
Plus, they're running very closely with each other, 3 temps. So I think they'll be slowing each other down more than they are speeding each other up. Kyle and Curtis still battling it out. So at the
Bit
minute,
more of a gap though between them.
the constructors, both McLaren's in P5, P6, and Duke in P7. Duke is half a second away from Sparko, so it could be close for constructors.
Just looking. Oh yes, Alpine will not finish bottom.
He will not finish bottom.
No.
Will he make any overtakes for the 1 point?
Well, the only Red Bull that we have at the moment on the grid should have been Cam Giles, but he's not racing.
Yeah. I've gained half a second there in that last lap. Loses a couple of attempts on the straight as he doesn't have DRS, but makes that back up in the corners. Kyle and Curtis still battling away. If it is reported, Kyle will probably have 10 seconds added to the end of this race, which, looking at the leader time, 18, that'll put him around P6, P7 at the minute, so needs to try and crack on. Area tyres for what will be the remainder of this race have on 6 lap younger tyres, than Cayenne, and 8 lap younger tyres than Ellen Boy. He's almost within DRS now. Just outside as they're coming around the final. Oh no, I think he's going to get it.
No, he should get it. He should get it.
Yeah, just past the detection zone, 9 tenths away. So I don't think we'll see an
Yeah, he
overtake
has got
from
it.
here, but
No, you got to be really close coming on this straight
yeah, you'd think
for
this would be the
DRS to
main
work.
overtaking, but I don't know why it seems easier to overtake into turn 3.
Yeah,
Even though it's shorter, more of a shorter run.
it is really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it is on the DRS. Yeah.
Duke and Trav balling out, so Trav has caught back up on the medium tyres. Goes down the inside of Duke. He won't get DRS. Oh, none of them's got DRS open.
No,
I have no idea
how
what's
did you
just happened
manage?
there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
how did that happen?
Unless they both crossed the line at like the exact same time and none of them was far enough to Sparko.
I mean, with this game, you never know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well,
So
Harvey's right on the back of Bell and Boy now.
how hard will LM Boy fight for this P2 currently? What could be P1 for him? Harv just sitting behind. 6 laps left of this race. Kyle and Curtis coming into turn 1. Same with Trav. Sparkle and Duke. Trav doesn't have DRS. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Is that Alfie? Yeah, I think he's just letting
Might have been out. I think it's Alfie
Daniel
getting out
by.
of the way. Yeah.
Gets another 3 seconds. Puts him up to 15.
Ooh, I don't know. There was contact there or not
Where
with
we're
Harv
looking.
and Ellen Boy.
Difficult this set to do because you can be much quicker and it's just so hard to overtake. I think in the end I found myself putting ERS on none because I had higher wings. I was a lot quicker in set to 2, but I couldn't make the overtake.
Yeah, I think I might have done my wings a little bit too high. Because coming down here, I weren't even hitting 190.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ellenboy going down the inside. Gets that move done. I think he's trying to protect P2 by overtaking P1. He goes wide.
Oh
Cayenne
yeah,
going round the outside. Har will be
Harv's got a
looking to
run.
do the same. Cayenne won't have DRS. The Ferraris are going to box him in.
Oh, that's cost Ellen Boy 2 positions.
Yeah. Well, he started coming around the final corner in P2, didn't he? But he went for P1.
Yeah.
But it's cost him a position regardless. We'll go back down to Trav, Sparko, and Duke as Trav has managed to overtake Sparko in the meantime, so up to P6. Good race from him so far on his debut. yellow flag in sector 3. I think it's
I
Alfie
think it's
again.
Alfie.
Kyan, the leader of this race, coming around the final corner. I think he's going to struggle to stay in the lead of this race without DRS here.
Alfie is in the pits.
So Harv's strategy looks like it's paid off dividend as he takes the lead of this race before turn 1 on their medium tyres. And I think we'll see him check out now. So it looks like the two Ferraris will have to settle for P2 and P3. Kyle is now 9.7 seconds off the pace as he battles out with Curtis once more for P4 and
Ooh.
P5.
Oh, you need to go to the top three. Sorry, there's been
Oh, Ellen
contact.
Boy's off the track. Ellen Boy's missing
Um,
part of his wing. Jundy gets 10 seconds to
contact
into
front.
the pit lane.
You're gonna love that one. I think Kion went for a move on half going into that turn then, and they collided. And Kion spun. Looked like Ellen Boy had nowhere to go.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle's gained like 4 seconds now, so what does Ellen Boy do? Does he brave it for the last 4 laps of this race, or does he box? I think boxing is going to lose in quite a lot of positions. I think he's going to come out behind Duke.
It's how hard he's gonna struggle though with that wing damage,
Yeah, exactly.
especially that middle sector.
Yeah, he's going to lose those times. We do have some track penalties though with both McLarens. He's choosing to stay out. Harbour's already 2.2 seconds adrift, so his strategy has worked perfect. I think the medium runners would, and especially the soft runners, would have been expecting a safety car.
Yeah, I think we all were, to be fair.
Yeah. So it looks like the closest battle we've got at the minute is between Trav, Sparko, and Duke. As Trav on the much better tyres should start to try and gain a bit of a gap now, try and get out of DRS. Sparko's got 3 seconds. Kyle now 2.1 seconds away from Ellen Boy. So it's all, oh, we got yellow flag. Who is that? That
I
is
think it's Alfie
Alfie.
getting out of the way.
Yeah, well done, Alfie. Thought it was Nando Loris for a second then.
Yeah, he's just trying to trying to look at the speed of the cars.
I don't know when you look at the map and you see blue and you're thinking, right, Red Bull, Alpine, V Carb, Williams, who could
Oh,
it be?
well, yeah, there's just there's too many similar ones.
It's gone a little
Oh,
bit dry this race.
sorry, Trav just had a moment coming
Oh,
up turn one then and
yeah,
drops it.
he's dropped 2 positions.
I think he lost the back end just as as the car changed direction. Maybe his tyres are starting to feel.
Jundy put, sorry, not Jundy, Tuj put, good guy Jundy doesn't want Alfie to feel bad on penalties as he gets 16 seconds. Just take the fastest lap of the race though, so them 10 seconds must have been really worth it
Yeah,
for that extra point that he
Trav
won't be getting.
is getting a lot of sliding moments, I think, in his tyres.
Yeah, the rears seem to really overheat in Brazil. Once they get very hot, it's hard to cool them down. But he is on
Yeah,
a good
I
tyre
noticed that in
comfort.
the sprint.
We're going to see a move from Curtis on Kyle down the inside. Yes, we are. They've both caught up to LM Boy. LM Boy has 2 laps to try and protect his podium position. Curtis still has 3
Don't think it.
seconds, but he does have Kyle to worry about. As Trav gets 3-second time penalty, which I don't think that's going to cost him. Alfie is off into turn 1, gets his V card back going. Kyle managed to catch up to Harv by over a second. He's within 1.6 now, but I don't think it's going to be enough to challenge him for the lead of the race. I wonder if we're going to see any fuel. Have a look on
Well,
the telemetry.
um,
Let me.
Trav. was on yellow.
Okay.
Uh, Jundy's on yellow.
Because I found yesterday that
The
I was using a lot of fuel, especially in the sprint, and with there being no safety car. As JW Curtis
Yeah, I mean, I
overtakes Ellen
was.
Boy into turn one. Ellen Boy's got to be careful. He's going to struggle under braking. The final lap of this race. Can Ellen Boy stay behind Curtis? Curtis has 3 seconds. He'll be looking to protect the lead from Kyle. Don't think Kyle's going to find a way past Curtis down the inside. Ellen Boy on the outside. He's going wide.
I've got to go the inside.
Side by side. Kyle's going to come out on top. I don't think Ellen Boy's going to be able to push. No, he's struggling with that wing. Duke gets in front of Sparko. Trav now off the pace as we come towards the final corner. Have 1.5 seconds adrift. Ran a brilliant race and a good strategy. Started on the hard tyres, finished on the mediums, and will come home to win, I think, his first win of this season. So half P1. Kyan will come home to finish P2 and P2 in the championship. Great race from him. Curtis will come home to finish P3, but that 3 seconds are going to cost him. So Kyle will go P3, LM Boy P4, Curtis P5. Duke, good recovery drive from him. He will secure P6. Sparko will come home in P7. Trav will come home in P8 on a good debut race from him. Good race in there. Jundi with the most time penalties on the grid. I'm just going to say it now. 16 seconds. Comes home with P9 after that drive-through penalty on lap 1. Nando Loris will come home in P10. Oh, Nando Loris DNF before the end of the line. So he will Nando Loris. So Alfie is going to get. No, he won't because he's been lapped. No, he won't. Banya will come home in P10, I think. Did you get the sprint thingies, by the way?
I didn't know.
No.
I was actually going to retire from the sprint until as I was coming into the pits, two other people retired from the session, so I thought I'll stay out.
Okay. There is
I was running around in 12th.
results. So Harv takes the lead of this, sorry, the win here, and Kyan will take P2 and P2 in the championship. Kyle comes on to secure the last podium spot after LM Boys front wing loss. Down into P4, Curtis P5, Duke P6, Sparko P7, Trav P8 on his debut, Jundi P9 and with fastest lap, Baniel P10, Nandaloris P11, Alfie P12 securing the last point, and Twiggy our only DNF of this session. So yeah, that is it from us. Thank you for joining us throughout the season. We'll be back in 2 weeks for a pre-season race. But yeah, it's been a great season, some great battles on track, and we look forward to seeing you all in season 4. Please subscribe if you've not already done so, and we will see you next season. Thank you guys.